Forest Akers Golf Course in Lansing, Michigan, playing host to the Division III Women's National Championship. The weather was in full cooperation for today's competitors as 35 teams duked it out to qualify for one of the top 15 spots in Friday's final action, as well as the top 6 individuals from non-qualifying teams. In the race for the individual title, it was moving day for University of Redland's Iris Liu, as she leapfrogged 7 spots to finish the day tied for third with a 2/74 on the third day of competition. Also in contention for the individual crown was Carnegie Mellon's Alexis Sugianto. Alexis began the day tied for second with Center College's Riley Sutter, but by the end of it, she owned the second spot outright with help from an impressive chip shot she sunk for eagle on hole 4, finishing round 3 with a score of 79. However, the day belonged to George Fox University's Mackenzie Toole. Mackenzie put together another beautiful round of golf to remain top of the leaderboard. Mackenzie saved the best for last by finishing the back 9 1 under par with 3 birdies. She began the day with a 3-shot lead over second place, but put her foot on the gas to finish round 3 with a commanding 8-stroke advantage over second place. Things really got interesting later in the evening when Christopher Newport's Shreya Ganta finished her round with 3 straight pars to force an 18-hole playoff round with Grace Honenford for the 6th and final qualifier position in the individual race. Shreya Ganta punched her ticket to the finals when Grace missed a 6-foot putt to tie and force a second playoff. The rest of the individual leaderboard features student athletes who are leading their school's charge for the team championship. Methodist University's Jillian Drinkard and Ingrid Steingrimson, as well as Carnegie Mellon's Denise Pan, have helped their respective schools separate themselves from the rest of the field. As far as the team's championship race, Carnegie Mellon, Methodist University, and George Fox University maintained their top 3 positions respectively. Carnegie Mellon finished round 3 with a 4-stroke lead over second place's Methodist University, while George Fox University remains in contention just 6 strokes back of second place and 10 strokes behind the leader in Carnegie Mellon. The remaining teams have their work cut out for them on the final day of competition if they want to bring home the national championship. The final round of the 2021 NCAA Division III Women's Golf National Championship saw both the individual and team titles still very much up for grabs. Forest Akers Golf Course in Lansing, Michigan experienced a slight frost overnight, making the greens a tad firmer for the morning play, but as the day moved on, both the weather and the players began to heat up. The round began with a logjam of players separating themselves by only 2 strokes between the 3rd and 9th positions. However, as play was underway, the cream rose to the top as things began to take shape. One of the more entertaining stories of the day was St. Mary's Hunter Kehoe. Hunter jumped up to second place early and held that positioning for most of her round, with one of her more impressive plays on hole 18 when she sunk a 15-foot putt to save par and remain in second for the time being. However, her peak may have came too soon as she dropped down to a tie for 6 after putting up a triple bogey on her final hole of the day. Carnegie Mellon's Alexis Sugianto began the day in second place before falling out of the top 3 for much of the round. However, she was able to finish strong with a birdie and 2 pars on the final 3 holes to secure a second place finish with a final round score of 77. Everyone was chasing the 54-leader Mackenzie Toole from George Fox University. Mackenzie put together another magnificent round, asserting her place among the top of the individual leaderboard with an awe-inspiring score of 1 under par for the day. The freshman let it be known to the rest of the Division III women's collegiate athletes that she will be a force to be reckoned with for many years to come.
Yes, I've had so much fun this whole week. It feels great. Honestly, I'm just really grateful to be here though, to be able to play. It's been a really long year. I only came this semester to the US. I had to stay and do last semester online because of COVID. So even just to be able to play with my team, who have just been so great, it's just been super, super fun.
Allison Takamaya had a strong round, jumping up 6 spots to end the tournament in a tie with St. Mary's Hunter Kehoe, with Page Church of Methodist University and Center College's Riley Sutter rounding out the top 10. The race for the team championship became tight real fast when Carnegie Mellon dropped 3 strokes early on, narrowing their lead to just a 1-stroke advantage, leaving the window open for Methodist University to seize the moment and take over the top spot in the race for the team championship. As soon as Methodist University captured the lead, they never looked back. Leading the charge for their team was Jillian Dragard, ending the final round just 4 over par, Paige Church, who carded an impressive +1 on the day, and more spectacular play from Ingrid Steingrimson, who completed the day just 2 over par to finish the week tied for 3rd. All 3 helped carry their team to a championship with a total score of 302, 9 strokes better than the next best team in Carnegie Mellon. Carnegie Mellon was able to capture 2nd place with a final score of 311 and just 5 strokes back of 1st place Methodist University. George Fox University was able to maintain their place positioning, concluding the tournament round just 3 strokes behind the 2nd place finisher. University of Redlands leaped over Williams College to end the day 4 strokes ahead, while Emory College jumped from 9th to 7th, finishing with a final round total of 317. But this year's team championship hardware belonged to Methodist University.
A gorgeous day at TPC Michigan Dearborn served as the backdrop for the quarterfinals and semifinals of the NCAA Division II Women's Golf Championship. A number of upsets took place in the quarterfinals. We pick it up on hole 18 with Megan Myron of Grand Valley State. This shot onto the green would lead to par and seal the quarterfinal win for the Lakers, knocking out the number 1 seed Limestone Saints by a score of 3-2. GVSU wasn't the only upset in the quarterfinals. The number 6 seed St. Mary's Rattlers defeated Findlay 3-2. This shot for birdie by Rebecca Reed would lead to par and the winning shot for the Rattlers, sending them to the afternoon semifinals. Helen Cruiser, winner of the individual championship, put forth another strong showing in the quarters. This iron shot on hole 7 helped set her up for a birdie, as she would go on to win her quarterfinal rounds by 6 strokes. After a morning of 18 holes, the bracket looked like this, with Grand Valley State, Dallas Baptist, St. Mary's, and Lynn all advancing to the semifinals in the afternoon. In the first semifinal between Dallas Baptist and Grand Valley State, a tight match came down to the wire, but a strong performance on the back 9 from J.C. Stewart, Olivia Mitchell, and Hannah Harrison solidified the win for DBU.
Just pure excitement, and I don't know if it's quite hit me in this moment. I mean, I am. I'm so excited, and just for my team and my program and just all the work that we've put in. And me being a 5th-year senior, I just feel like it's all coming to this moment. And just so proud of the girls and just how we literally band together and fought till the very, very end.
The second semifinal was not short of drama either. After 18 holes, Lynn and St. Mary's finished tied. The decision came to a tiebreaker, pushing Lynn to the finals.
I actually can't describe it right now. It was a roller coaster the entire day, and then also yesterday it was so tense because I was competing for the individual title and it was just going back and forth, and today too, and I actually can't believe it that we're playing for a national championship tomorrow.
That sets the stage for a national championship matchup. It will be the 5-seed Dallas Baptist Patriots against the 2-seed Lynn Fighting Knights tomorrow morning at TPC Michigan Dearborn. It was Championship Saturday at TPC Michigan Dearborn for the NCAA Division II Women's Golf title. The match featured the Dallas Baptist Patriots and the Fighting Knights of Lynn University. A back-and-forth battle came down to the final stroke and a title via tiebreak. For Dallas Baptist.
16 years, and every day we've tried to make sure we're chasing greatness and excellence and all of those things, and it's I just proud for everyone. I mean, from the first recruiting class to now, it's everybody's championship with us because we're a family, and just overwhelmed with excitement, to be honest with you, and grateful to lead this program.
Heading into the 17th hole down 2 strokes, the anchor, freshman Olivia Mitchell, fought back against Lynn's Helen Cruiser to put herself in a position to seal the title for the Patriots on the 18th green.
Me and Coach were talking about it in the fairway. We were talking about what club to hit, and he was like, "You're probably a little bit amped. You should club down." So I took an 8-iron. It was 140 yards, and I hit it to 3 feet. And I was a little nervous. I mean, of course, I was nervous. It's to win the biggest accomplishment in college golf. But I mean, we do that in practice every single day. We don't leave before we do some team putting drills, some 3-footers, some sliders, just so. I mean, I was feeling really confident. I mean, I felt like I made the putt before I even hit it, and Coach told me the same thing too.
That's the last thing I told her. I walked up to her and I said, "You've already made this, and if you make this one, we'll win a national title." And she said, "I got it." Knocked it right in.
The win today for the Patriots at TPC Michigan Dearborn marks Dallas Baptist's first national championship in program history.
So much excitement, and I knew coming back that this was our year. We thought it was last year, and then COVID happened, but there was just a feeling. I think everyone felt it. I think that's why all of our friends and family came, just because we knew deep down.